What's going on, baby? Hey, did you miss me? Chad, it's good to be back. A little bit of a 2 days off, 2-day break, but nonetheless, I saw you guys were eating those 2 days. Monday a little bit slow, nothing drastic really happening there. Tuesday, that was a goodie. Hope you guys were able to capitalize on it. But back in the hot seat today, we're gonna see what we can get, what we can find on these charts. Cribbo is taking a little bit of a rest for this session. Obviously he was filling in for both of us, but he's got some work to catch up on, but we're going to get into it today, so I hope you guys are ready for it. Just coming off trading with faith, so we're not going to go open up with prayer. Yeah, we had 2 prayers over there, great message, but already at trading with faith, she and the guys are quite eager to see what's happening on gold, so we're going to get into that. But before we get into that good stuff, how's the week been so far, guys? You guys having a good one? Being profitable? You guys taking some shots? A little bit of degen activity on a bank holiday? I mean, mentoring people, but you don't even know when it's a bank holiday. I don't know what's going on out there. It is a wild space here in South Africa. Good to be back. But what's up, everybody? Alright, so without further ado, let's get ready. We can start to dive into everything here. As always, I think let's open up with that fundamental chat, and let's see what we can get into over there. So starting off with the fundamentals, we can see obviously one bank holiday over there. A lot of NGD red folders for anyone that is trading that, and the pound CPI. Alright, interesting one there, year on year coming down. Then 3.30 today, that's a little bit of news we have for the dollar, nothing too crazy, a bunch of orange folders, wouldn't be worried about that. And then we're going to be getting into tonight, 9 o'clock. If you are full on DJ and still trading at 9 o'clock, you got FOMC meeting minutes. Please take note, let that mentor near you know if he's charging you 250 Rand for FOMC signals. It is not FAMC, this is meeting minutes. I can tell the future with this one. I can actually tell you what they're going to say there. Just go to the previous FAMC and you're going to see exactly that being there, guys. It is literally just the minutes from the meeting, alright? So no shocker there. But tomorrow I think we open up again with a little bit of news, if I'm correct. And Friday, yeah, Friday is PMI day. But other than that, quite clear. Yeah, equip my FMC meeting minute signal. There we go. But let's get into it, guys. We're going to start off here with the dollar. Now, let's if you guys remember, we were talking about this last week. This was the thing I wanted to monitor, and which is kind of going to be the bit of a make or break for the dollar. If you guys remember, I said to you with this, I still wanted to be a little bit bullish because I wanted to see a test. So if I was going to go bearish or even neutral, I needed to see 2 down days. Now technically I got 2 down days in a sense. We never pulled back. We had our bearish move and then we had a pause over there, which in all fairness, the pause is very fair to go down and continue to the downside, which it did. But it also made a top. Now this would have been perfect for us if we tested, which we didn't, and we fell short of. So we said we were going to stay neutral, because after all of this range and accumulation, you still could get manipulation, reject off of that, and then there comes your distribution. Okay, very, very simple stuff. We all know those terms. But what you want to focus on over here is the idea that what happens after this. Now, we tested 9700, we tested the monthly pivot and had a massive, massive rejection. Now you can see we open up, we are going to drop down to the lower time frames, but you can see we open up a little bit to the top side, and we are literally just trading bullish. No bottom wick, nothing at the downside. So one-way traffic here. Now, two things can happen. We can even retest 9700, and that will be the retest of the EQ. Again, as I drop down, you're going to see it more close up in details. But we could, if that holds and this turns bearish, then yes, this is going to get nasty for the dollar, and we're going to see the dollar take some shots again. Otherwise, it needs to get above this 9700 and ideally back above the monthly pivot as well. That's where we would like to see dollar going to get a little bit more confidence in it. When you go to the 4 hour, yeah, you're going to see. So what happened? We tested, big bullish candle, massive rejection, then massive bearish candle following that, showing you that intent and volume to get away from 9700, closing off the market, and then a little bit of a gap up to the downside. So on the 15, there you guys are going to see. So very, very similar. If you think of this like a grubber play, we can have the idea that Asia lows, Asia highs, trading up. There's 97 with the EQ. We test that, we reject, we close underneath. That's what I'm going to see. First target, where idea would be Asia highs daily pivot. Once that breaks, Asia lows untested, and then you'll probably see the volume drive to close the gap, and that is where the rest becomes history for the dollar, and it gets nasty. But as I say, if it is going to go bullish, we need to see strong intent from the dollar, getting above 9700, holding 97 in that EQ, and then ideally getting above that monthly pivot. This is where we start to get in a little bit more of a safe space for the dollar. All right, going over to gold, I think the topic everyone wants to learn about now. If that is the case here, what am I looking at now? Two things I'm looking at here. So very, very simple thing. We are trading the monthly pivot. Now, I also want you guys to note over here, we're going to zoom out a little bit again. If you have a look here, so we have the yearly resistance. Okay, we obviously faked out, came back, holding resistance, rejected, a little bit of a fake out underneath, rejected, and trading back down. Next step now, once you've come down, what happens? We're going to pull back. Simple market structure, pulling back. Now we're holding the monthly pivot. So again, this is very, very similar in the sense of what dollar's doing. It's little basically stairs. It's levels it needs to get through to get to that point. All right. So what you want to see over here is that this needs to break above, and you want to see this move here. I can't even remember what that was. Let's just take that off. We're going to be seeing an idea here of if this holds. So if it holds, good chance gold can go bullish again. And I'd say you very, very simply, you're going to go weekly pivots and even back to that yearly R1. Now, if it fails, good chance you see a sell start to come off of here. And that's very, very basics. You're going to aim for the lows, take out the lows, and then move on after that. Previous daily low, and then probably weekly S2 for support. Because why? We're at the weekly S1. So same way we trade the pivots. If this area holds, the same way we would do a daily R1 to daily R2. Same idea. Daily S1 to daily S2. So daily S1 isn't even tapped yet. That's still down there. But weekly S1 to weekly S2. So if this holds and we continue underneath that, that is a very, very simple move there for us. All right, we can all agree on that. I'm going to drop down to the 1 hour quickly just to show you guys. Now, when we start to get to the 1 hour, this is where it becomes interesting for us. Why? Because very simple. This is your rejection area, okay? We all understand that. Rejecting. There's your pause candle, all right? I think a lot of guys, if you're RCT, you're going to say it's an order block. But the idea you want to see is that trading underneath, technically it actually isn't, but you guys get what I'm saying. Trading underneath over here. Now again, we had the bit of a bearish move. What I like about this is always that last bit of a pullback. This is that last bit of a fake out if it is to go bearish. You're pulling back over here now, and what's happening? You're taking out the high. So very similar. You guys have heard Chris talk about this quite a few times, where just before the market would go, we always talk about that little fake out to, again, anyone who was sniping those sells or whatever the case was and who was break even, they all just got taken out. And then this will be before that move continues bearish. All right. So again, if it starts to fold now and go back again, if this even flips this candle, which I highly doubt, obviously you got 8 minutes left. But again, what will you have is a nice little range over there. So we've actually created a little block there for us. And very simple, you're going to be looking for the breakout. So if it breaks out bullish, you can literally just aim for the wick fill. If it breaks out bearish, very similar, wick fill as a minimum, and then the continuation to the downside. All right. So we're just going to monitor that, see what happens here. Gold isn't completely off the table, but obviously we can't enter. We're going to need some confirmations. Higher time frames to obviously add to those confluences. and then see what we can take it. But right now, you can't tell me you can take anything off of that. NASDAQ US 30, as always, I'll do a quick higher time frame overview for you. I'm not going to go down to the lower time frames because it's London and I'm not looking to execute. So not wasting your time. We're not even going to look at that manipulation. But now, what do we see here? So again, NAS and US 30 being quite interesting in the last few days. I don't know if it's just in my ears or if this is a bit loud. Let me put it down a little bit. So what do we see here? Now, very, very simple for you guys. Nice bearish move, but a bit of a pause. Now, massive wick to the downside yesterday. Also a bit of a pullback. Now, failing to take out those lows. Okay, so that's one thing we want to take note of. But when we go to the 4 hour, does it show us anything different? Nope, we still have structure over there. Basically on the weekly S1, and that is still out there for us. So two things can happen, and that's all I'm going to really monitor. Is very, very simple. Previous daily high, see what happens there. Either weekly pivot, and then look for a fake out. Or if we trade down, Asia low, daily pivot, EQ, grab a play, and trade bullish. Simple as that. All right. So just monitor those levels. US 30, same idea here. You can see we also having a little bit of a pause. Massive sell-off and literally 3 identical candles to our point. Tiny little bodies, massive wicks, and just going absolutely nowhere. If you trade US 30, I can tell you now, you either blew up your account this week or you are probably suffering and going through a lot of pain and depression right now. But we are here, so don't fear. We're going to help you get through that. But looking at the 4 hour, as we're going to start dropping down, super, super messy. There is absolutely nothing I'd want to get involved in this 4 hour. So very, very simple. You kind of mark it out as a little bit of a block. We can see from where the market came in. We can mark this out. Let's just do that there for you guys quickly. Make a little gray box. And we're going to be looking for a little bit of breakouts, but breakouts with confirmation. So again, if you have any of your whatever strategies you're using, for ourselves, for example, OES, if we break out above this, hold there, OES, and look for a continuation play. If we trade all the way down, break out, look for OES play, and continue bearish, all right? But that would be the idea. Where it's in the range right now, I will not touch that. If you go down to lower time frames, 1 hour, again, doesn't look any more better or enticing. Again, volume to the downside, then a pause. Volume up, volume down. Stairs, volume down again, stairs, volume up, stairs down, stairs up. Guys, like this is a mess. So all right, but we have 5 minutes to go. Let's see what Mark's going to give us. Gold is obviously our special child for the day. That is the chosen one, and we're going to see what we can get in here. Weekly is obviously our main idea. So I mean monthly pivot. So we're going to see what we can get there. But that will be our plan of action. Okay. Yeah, nothing has really changed there. I'm just checking something here, guys. Alright. Okay, yeah, a bit of an interesting one here in gold. Some obviously the project G. Keys, your gold is frozen. Okay, then we go into the other gold. Is this one moving? Yes, it is. So we are on Black Bull at the moment, guys. That's what we're going to monitor. We're going to see what happens over here. My and gold feed seems to be frozen. Yeah. Move to Pepperstone. Trading, you're not moving. Yeah. Kilo. Where is that one? Is that your house? Rix, yes, you're right. Alright. Lol, not a great day to trade. Yeah, not really. I'm not gonna lie to you. Markets don't look that good. But you gotta be here to win it, eh? So who knows? Maybe Trump says something stupid again and markets just absolutely explode. That puts us into ranges to trade, and then we're gonna be there for that. Keys has the new house. Awesome, my brother, but it's a lot of work. Still unpacking a lot of things. How nice is dropping low. 1 minute chart, easy target 4924. There we go. Oh, of course, guys. Remember, trading strategy seminar on the 23rd of February. So don't miss out that. It is free. Just click there on the link Rixie sent there in the chat for you guys to register. There will also be a special guest that is still confirmed, eh? There is a special guest there for you guys, so don't miss out on that one. Missed out on such a good buy this morning for gold. Don't trigger my pending order, and I was about to enter a buy. It was just not worth it. Still better than a loss. That's the thing, bro. You'll always get another trade. So if again you didn't lose, it's not nothing to cry about. Here's our horn. Yeah, here's the horn. Let's see what we can get up to here. My boy Chris is flipping tall. Took the 4-hour play Kings. Rooksy yesterday or today? Yesterday was beautiful. Today there was no 4-hour play. If you took a 4-hour play today, that was like a prophetic 4-hour play. Yesterday, yeah. No, yesterday was beautiful, bro. But I won't lie. Like we always I got to a point where I was like, nah. If you trade the 4-hour, like obviously you have to aim for your targets. Where, I mean, you technically would have actually fallen short, but you still would have had like, I think, an 8R or something like that. But, and that was worth it falling short. But I said to myself, like, if I trade the 4-hour, minimum I do is 2R, and then if I wanted to like trail my stop. Or what did I do yesterday, the day where we finally got volume, I took a 1-to-1. So I was a little bit bleak. That's a Chad. Markets open round 6. Ding, 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 ding. Fight. Let's see if these markets come alive here for us. Yo, Keeks, off topic question. What's the podcast theme song called? Do we have a theme song for our podcast? I do not know that. Is it just the same song we always used, or? Yeah, I think I'm not sure, my brother. What I would recommend is when you play it, maybe just hit like a little Spotify or something. Not Spotify, what's it? Shazam. Shazam it. Like the opening credit. Yeah, no, I don't really know what that song's called, bro. You do well, I believe. Here we go. I missed that 4-hour play. Trading with a 1-year-old can be unpredictable. Damn, bro. It was nice because for the first time I was actually awake very, very early with the pup. Thought there was this morning, and then I saw the direction of play was wrong. At least did not take the play. Would have been an easy 1-to-1, but not the strat. Yeah, I get you, broski. Thanks. Yeah, sorry I couldn't help with that one, brother. I saw that my boy's explosion when my alert went off. Yeah, luckily I don't have necessarily those problems, if you want to call it that, yet. Actually, hold on, just because we have our very own Cribbo Trades over here. Guys, who saw Tori Trades' delivery of her Ferrari? Like the video that she posted, I think yesterday. Ray, did you see it? Guys, how awkward was that? Like, you work your ass off, you get your dream, or let's just say dream car. No, the guy dropping it off was made there deliver at 3 a.m. in the morning, because that's the time he was stopping through their town, so he had to do it. and he's so exhausted that he's not. So he's like sick in all this, and while he's opening the doors, he's like, oh, I've got to step away. He steps away and he's like throwing up and all this while you're just standing there waiting to get your Ferrari. That is so awkward, guys. You just sitting here waiting for your Ferrari, like you can see it, and it's like, I just gotta wait for this guy to finish throwing up. Got your sister, your mom there with you, and you just gotta sit and wait for that. But it's not dodgy at all. America is weird, man. Yeah, bro. Why did it need to be so awkward? Bro, that was crazy. I was laughing when I saw that. If I'm that guy, I'm sorry. If you buy a Ferrari and that's the experience you get of it being delivered, I take it back. Sorry, I'm using XM, but a low standard account. What is the dollar name? I cannot seem to find it. Wait. You're using a low standard account. What is the dollar name? Are you meaning like the DXY? Like to actually look up the DXY? Like, yeah. If it's not DXY, I don't know what it would be. I've never looked up dollar on my XM account. Yes, yeah, search DXY, my brother. DXY. I'm gonna show you boys some new tech over here. On YouTube, he doesn't. On YouTube, he doesn't see gold. See only dollar. The name of the ticker. I don't know what they asking for. Now you guys are confusing me. No, but he's looking for dollar. Now they're saying he's looking for gold. Alrighty, let's see. Do we get? I think this might be the slowest gold's moved in a while. And the scary part is that gold technically does still move. Like if you think about it, 4858. I mean, nearly 800 pips. So you've moved 800 pips. Obviously, the fact it just took a lot longer than it normally does. Now it feels like it doesn't move. Trying to make it nice and clear for you guys. Good morning. What's up, Jen? Sir, I took the old guy's trade yesterday. I'm bad drawdown. How to recover, please, sir? Help. You're looking for a recovery signal there. Please don't jinx gold before you know gold is 10k pips down. You said that. Keys, I think what instrument is referring to on stream, it cuts off the name of the top left. It only shows dollar and not sure if... Okay, there we go. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense if that's what he's looking for. Yeah, so I'm currently on gold, my brother. So if you're looking for this pair that I'm on, it's gold. Yes, bro. There we go. Okay, yeah. Hello, fellow South Africans. What's up? What's up? Got our gold. Do you look and DXY when trading gold? Yes, I do, my brother. Not like I'm not completely bothered by what dollar's doing to be like, oh, dollar's going down, so I'm gonna buy gold, for example. No, I don't do that. But you do look at them. Obviously, they are in the back of your head once you've done your analysis for the day. Yeah, we do use the volume profile. I feel like that's the new meta for 2026. Is guys is using volume profiles. Everyone's got a point of control. Like people just see a fancy looking indicator and it's like, I need to use that one. Miranda's merged too. Yeah, we've just left Miranda. What are you waiting for gold to do? You're still fairly new trading, so just curious. My brother needs to kind of break out. So if you think of it like this, I was saying to the guys, we in a range. So all of this here, I don't really want to trade this. It's just range bound. So once we break out, now if you look at it this way, not only if we, for example, break bearish, we also would be sweeping London lows, getting it to Asia highs, and that could be your sell. Oh, sorry, but if we trade, and let's say we hold this, becomes another area of support, then you can start looking for your entry criteria and possibly go for a long. Because if anything, if you're on a range, you've tested the bottom, you're going back to the top of the range, and with the idea of to see if it has the energy and volume to break out. Otherwise, you close there, and then it's just going to come right back down again. So it's just potential short-term stuff we're kind of looking at for now. Wow, what gold's not really moving. Keys, is there any tips on trading indices that you could possibly share? So, okay, have you watched any of the videos? So for example, a very, very simple one is obviously the grabber strategy. Have you checked that out on our channel, the video? What does volume profile say? So okay, hold on. So simply, are you asking me? Could you also, you ask me if I use it? Are you asking because you want to learn about it, or like a P shape? Do I actually have the? I don't have it on this one. Hold on. Hold on, give me a second there, my brother. So that one is that. Let me just see. Can I put it on here for you? Then I'll show you. SVP. Hold on, I just want to make sure which is the one that we. It would help if I saved it. Let me just check. Is it this one? I need to just find the one that we use, guys. Sorry. Okay, no, it's on that one. But, okay, hold on. Either way, I'll just use this quickly just to show you what I'm talking about. So, in a nutshell, if you look at it like this, okay, you're going to see spikes of volume. So, obviously, where the spikes are, more chance. Okay, there's a lot going on in this one. But where the spikes are, there's obviously your points of volume. The whole idea where we kind of use it, and the big idea of how we personally use it, is what it gives you over there. So a point of control. So a point of control is just showing you where the markets are holding. So obviously, very similar in a nutshell to like a pivot. You want to think of it at a point of control. You want to see volume come in. So if you trade to it, it holds. Trade away from it. Otherwise, it trades to it, breaks away, and rejects away from it until it gets to a new point where it will start to create, where we see, let's say if it falls now, it will, let's say, do something like this, trades bearish. If it holds here, you'll see the point of control will shift and it will become over here now, and it will move. So it's just an indication of where a lot of volume, so where your buyers and sellers are kind of really entering the market. But don't overthink it, brother. If you're new to trading, I'd probably say you really don't need it at that point. I need to actually figure out where this one is, because why is that one not saved? That is interesting. That is interesting. Why do I not have that saved? Because I'd show you that one if that one was there, because that's a much better one that we use. I can't see what the name is. Looking like sure things, my point of control 4033. Station volume profile. Okay, there, Rixie's got it. Ah, this is on me, use my brother. Yeah. So there's your point of control, 4933. Yeah. Hope that helped, my brother. So I end up back in business now. Okay. We're slowly entering into the area where we could get something. Now we wait. We could get something, yeah? Kigo, in your opinion, when does one start paying tax or getting an accountant to sort out tax, etc.? Firstly, I'm gonna say when you're really making a bag from trading. And secondly, I mean, you got to obviously look at your account. So when you look at all your accounts and everything, when you are generally profitable, then do it. Okay, so there's a sweep. We're gonna see now, do we get some type of break for us? Oh, is it gonna close back? Is it going to... So this one freeze now. Okay, it doesn't look like it's frozen. No worries. Go on a 1 minute chart. Said we'll be bearish around times E. It was entry short 1. Was 10-3, then times E2 in the chat. That was short entry 2. Who's this clutches trading here? So Vista, that is the secret maths, my brother. Okay, my brother, but no one asked for your signals, yeah. Nah, my brother. So very, very simple. The only reason just giving you crap day crutches. Not crutches, Rosette Vista. The whole reason for that, why I've marked it out there, was purely from, so we have cash open. So technically cash open is already then. If I'm actually going to cash opens at 8:30 though, but 8 or 8:30, I'm just double check that now with daylight saving. But that's where we have that open. And then it's purely coming down to, so if you've been in Project G for a while, they'll remember this. So this over here, the crossover period. So the crossover window for London. London, Asia. And then obviously you look at it from that perspective. So obviously there's a bodily, that was our low over there. So that becomes it there for you. And over there. Alright. So it's just based on the crossover window. When you say make it a bag, is it like 20k a month or up to 50k a month, up to 100k a month? Lol. Obviously, yeah, that does, I want to say, differentiate between the people. So that is going to come down to you. But again, as I say, in a simple way is where you're going to become when you're more profitable. So if you had to go to your account, let's say you go to lifetime, and you are now more profitable. You're taking out more money than what you've put in. That's when you should start looking into it. But again, this is not financial advice. The best thing for you to do is probably just get an accountant, and the accountant will give you the answer to that one. What is cash open? How to, okay, explain this simply again. There's a little bit of, what do they refer to? I think it's if I have me the correct terminology here, but it's the opening auction, if I'm correct, the terminology they use, where that's basically for them to obviously establish and set price, where obviously when market opens, that's referred to as your continuous trading. So again, I must double check that one for you to have the correct terminology there. Bear had a small bag, Mom Bear had a medium bag, and Daddy Bear had a big bag. Are we going for scalps today, and what lot size? My brother, you'll see obviously how I trade. If I take a trade, I cannot recommend you a lot size because I don't know your account, 100k account rands. Again, my brother, that's up to you. I can't do that. That is financial advice, and I cannot be giving you financial advice, my brother. But if you see there, Nightbot has sent you a reel which tells you how to calculate your lot sizes. So based on the amount of risk you want to enter onto a trade, you can work out the lot size that is equivalent for you. You should pay tax regardless. Go Google tax tables SA and you'll see exactly what bracket you fall into and what you earn. Over and above there are rebates and all that reduces your tax. Thanks, Kio. Cash open, what it means, very important. Cash open when the real underlying market opens, not futures, not overnight trading, actual exchange trading hours. I feel like that is just Googled, but I don't feel like that is 100% correct. The way they've said it, I think that's going to confuse people. Let me Google it for you guys to get you the right terminology here. Okay, there we go. Very simple. Cash open is when the London Stock Exchange, the LSE, officially opens at the opening price through a single aggregated auction, while the normal session involves continuous real-time price discovery. The cash opens acts as a liquidity event to start the day. Here we go. I hope that one helps. GPT, yeah. No, it's what I say. Like, I'm not saying it's wrong. It's just I think the way it worded it was going to confuse people a bit there. This is the amount that won't have you depressed in the morning. Are those questions for real? Simply also, is that a prop account or real funds? Yeah, Carl, that's what I'm just asking. Is it a funded account or is that real capital? Okay, now guys, I'm not taking this trade. I promise you, just to show you quickly there is my terminal. I'm not in the trade. I'm just showing you. This is still, in theory, the strategy should be a sell now, okay? You even be able to take a 50 pip stop. And basically aim for lows as your 1-to-1 and then monitor it from there. As I'm not in this trade, I'm just showing you the strat that yeah, if it worked. Huh? The basic your accumulation stuff. So that was just a break of your London session to go back to Asia lows. So please guys, I'm not in that. It's just showing you the simple strat. I'm not trading it because the account I'm trading on, if it goes against me, it messes up my journaling because I've thrown in a completely different strategy there now. I'm not into it was on demo and you asked bullish or bearish for the sesh and context, and all I did was answer your question with a hypothetical demo trade and said bearish and obviously happy vibes. Yeah, I think anyone that's trading on demo, you're not really proving anything. At the moment using it at 0.01, but it's a bit, yeah, you can't, yeah, a 0.01 is not going to do anything on a 100k account. If you don't want to know where it's going, Muni Frani, if you know where it's going, why are you watching a stream? Just asking. How many forward testing traders should I take before confident I actually have an edge? There's a point of forward testing. Obviously you want to back test. So back test, once the back test is at a very good point, that's where you need a forward test. But at the same time of your forward testing, you need to obviously do some with skin in the game. So even if you do skin in the game at very low risk, you need to do it because you need to obviously see when you see candles form and live in front of you, can your emotions make you stick to the plan, or are your emotions going to make you fold? Because at the end of the day, the psychology and the emotional side is going to play a big part into that edge. I didn't ask if it's bearish or bullish. You said bearish, and I said you can't say without any context. If you need to ask, you probably should be trading demo a lot. So a 0.1 isn't a good lot size. Not in, by the way, demo trade. Not in the chat before testing. R&D trade. 10 is 10, we out. Hey. In the chat, we had to answer bullish or bearish. Sorry, my bad. Good to see you back, my brother. Sharp, my brother. Good to be back. 10 is 10, but the full TP is drawn out. Hashtag big pup. Yes, guys. I see Cribbo brought out the violence in you guys these last few days. It was not demo. Crutches, you just said demo, my brother. Your literal message. Your literal message was to Rix. It was on demo. Up like 100 million on demo account. I sold when 50 minute candle didn't close above the 200 MA. Edge comes from experience. I was dreaming because lacquer shot broski. They say you need at least 5,000 hours screen time. Oh, Keys, you've been missing out. Do you think if the 10 pipper gets a 20 pip, he will fix his windscreen? Is his windscreen broken? I'm not gonna say, but it's wild out here, guys. I saw some influencer on TikTok the other day. Man's talking about how he got his car, but they didn't tell him how expensive the tires were. So when he had to replace tires now, he sold the car instead of replacing the tires. It is it is wild out here. Jackies, that's why I asked the other day, could you drive a BM with a broken? Yeah. Yeah. I thought you were referring to our other brother who got a BM. Made 500R on sale. Great, my brother. I'm gonna say, guys, you can actually half that stop. I'm even gonna say go break even on it because you were just shy of that full TP. So for those of you who obviously clearly did take that trade, some use insurance, others spin with cracked screens. So you get lazy. What's up, my brother? Tires cost about 20k each, boys. Tires cost about 20k each. What car are you driving, my brother? Bro, who uses scratches? Yes, nice one, sure, brother. So yeah, there was 48 pips. So it would be break even, you would be out of that position now. So that position is done. Now watch the... Like... Yeah, it definitely can. That's your fake out. So if it closes back in with a hold... Oh. I feel like Crutches and Legion are there together. Chad, listening while driving, but yeah, enjoying the pub Kigo. Oh, bro, I love him. He's actually like so good. Literally already sits poor. He sleeps right through the night. So nah, he's actually super, super, super good. Little man loves food though, but he is a tank. Give me 4 months. I'm a one-man wolf pack. Alright, my brother. If you say so. Oh. Jexy. I don't know, bro. I don't have time for people like that. They can carry on in their own little side quests. What you feel about the F450? Bro, I don't know, hey? Like, I've obviously heard a lot about the performance about it, like heard a lot about it, but I don't know, bro. Like, yeah, here's my thing. So Chris and myself spoke about it. If you look at it, and just hear me out with this, okay? So if you look at it like, yeah, let's find a, okay, not like, yeah, why are they all pumped out? Find a normal one. Okay, let's even just say this, for example. If you look at this one, yeah, this black one. I don't know why that image, this one, yeah. It looks mean, like cool, all that, it looks well. But here's my problem. Chris and myself were talking about when we were in Dubai, because you see them everywhere. It was the F150 Raptor. And I mean, that thing is that's a tank, bro. That thing is big. So if the F150 is that big, like in person, how big actually is that F450? Like, that thing must be a manier. That's kind of my only thing about it. I'm like, yo, because I think when you actually see a lot of the overseas cars in person, you don't realize how big they were. I mean, we even spoke about it, those, what's it, the GMCs and the Chryslers. I mean, that's what we had the whole time we were in Dubai. And, bro, those things, they're nice. But again, they're like a freaking bus, bro. Super luxurious, but they're a tank as well. So, it's kind of like, if that's the size of that, you get where I'm going. Like, that kind of was on par with the F150. And that's big. So, yeah, I think the F450 might be a little too big, depending if you daily. If you live in on like a ranch or a farm or something like that, by all means. But having that thing in town, I think it will have one hell of a presence about it. But yo, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think it's a monster. Going to need to code 40. Gladiator for the win. There's a facelift F150 Raptor for sale in SA. It's massive compared to our Raptors. As I said, bro, the F150 already is a monster. Have you seen those Ram TRXs? Saw one recently. How these smokes is stunning. Yeah, so saw them when I was actually a lot like younger. Where my dad stays in Pretoria, like, there are so many there. I don't know why, but yeah, those things are beasts, bro. Especially the black box editions. Yeah, I mean, that's also, even the F250 is gonna be huge. My boy, Mrs. blessed me with a console for my birthday, so we're ready to sweat. F450 is a work truck made for towing. The Raptor is an off-road vehicle, two different purposes. No, that's what I say, but like, okay, yes, the same thing. I mean, I talk about it. How many? Okay, without pissing anyone off here, everyone in South Africa has their Raptor or their Ranger Bucky. Even their freaking Land Cruiser. And all they use it to do is park on the freaking curbs at the shopping center. Like, they're not going off-road. They're not doing any of that. So, like, what is the point? So the guys still buy these vehicles. Doesn't mean they use it for what it was made for. You haven't seen me with my highlights, that thing crutches, can you please come to the front of the classroom? I thought gold was reversing. Keeks, imagine the confusion I have seen a Raptor in the middle of London. Surely they're not getting fun out of it yet. Bro, no ways. And I mean, London is already so tight and so tiny. How the hell do you have a Raptor there? No, yeah, the presence of an F450 would still be insane. Like, everyone would be talking about that truck in freaking PE, for example. Because in PE, I think we only have the one guy who has an F150. And I mean, everyone knows that thing. There's a shop in SA that builds the Porsche Cayennes into a full-on off-road beast. I just can't remember the name. Jared, I actually have seen that though as well, my brother. I have seen that as well. Hi guys, I know what you mean. Lived in Qatar for years, had a Chev Silverado. Coming to SA and buying a Bucky is like, no, we just go dune riding, not drifting on a gravel road. That is so funny, actually. He's gonna say just one more retest, then boom, 5 more. Oh, I definitely would have blown my account. At least Legion is being honest here. I can respect that. I can respect that, Legion. We obviously, crutches, he's needing those crutches now. I now see where the name came from. Remember, each broken clock is still right 2 times a day. Enjoyed your breakdown. Thanks, my brother. I've been playing Red Sec. Also love GTA Online, but yeah, I need to jam with the gents. Yeah, I can see the boys are gonna make a comeback to Red Sec. I love how Chris was the one who was like, "Nah, boys, what are you doing? We're not going to Red Sec again." And he was the first one on Red Sec. Because most people started a thing where Oaks, who gives signals like that, we take the opposite one stream as a paper trade. Thing is, we didn't need to, because in all, I gave you guys the sell. So there was your sell. 50 pip stop. And our brother was saying, nope, it's reversing, it's a buy. And he is nowhere to be seen. Where there is the sell. So I already called the sell before you wanted to call the reversal. But as usual, he is now gone. Just like the dust. He's vanished. Disappeared into thin air. She was my dad's bike. He used her for hunting and she was over $400,000 on the clock and never had any real problems. Damn. My brother had a Raptor, but it couldn't tow the caravan too well, so he got the Isuzu 8035. Now that Keeks is up, he doesn't even play games with us anymore. Chore, bro. Trust me, I'm missing the games. I feel like the minute I turn that PC on now, I get like the look from the missus. Hi Keys, does your pre-market session checklist change constantly or change more or less the same the further you go or stay? It changes when I'd say markets adapt, when there's like drastic changes that happen in the market. For the rest of the time, it's pretty much the same, my brother. Pretty much the same. End of the day, we are creatures of habits and creatures of routine, so you want to have something good there that you can just follow day in, day out. The moment of silence for our fallen signal brothers. Kuro playing more than Keys now, yeah. I can't even say Steve and Slasher, they already play way more than me. I mean, myself and Slash did a thing the other day, we worked it out, the hours topside. Yeah. And then already Slash's was something stupid compared to mine. So, I can't imagine what it is now. But yeah, there was the trade for the guys that obviously took that. I didn't take it. Gotta just be consistent, guys, because that's also the thing a lot of you guys don't understand is when you're journaling, when you're trading an account, you start throwing 3, 4, 5 different strategies on one account. It's not a fair result on how that account did, because one strategy is maybe taken 2 wins, the other strategy is taken a win and a loss, and the other strategy is taken 4 losses. Now you're down and you think, this is all cuck. Meanwhile, you forget that you've traded multiple strategies on that account. So also, it just makes your journal look super confused. So that's just the strat again. If you're in Prodigy from the old days, you would have known the strat. We taught it on one of the boot camps. And yeah, that was it. He's getting close to 300 hours topside. Damn, bro. What was mine against Slash? I think mine was like 60 or something. By the way, it's pronounced as lit. Wouldn't that be? So what's a legend? Legend, but it's written as legion. But why don't you just write it as legend? I'm good. Okay. I live in Esperanza, my bro. Well, I mean, Slash, they said apparently Speranza is going to become like a walkable area that you can explore in it.
Patience, so won't you please
Keys, what was your defining movement before truly seeing profitability? I'm not gonna lie to you. If I break it down, I had a very simple strategy, and at the time, I want to almost say I was still naive in trading. And why I say that is, it was more a thing of, I was also constantly, like everyone else, trying to learn everything. Like, okay, yeah, this strategy, what's this? This strategy, what's this? Try this. And like, I was always all over the place, and all my mates had a different strategy, so I'd try their strategy, and I was always there. But at that point, it's like, if I found something that clicked or something that worked, like, I was very easy to just forget everything else. And in the point, that's also a very bad thing, but a good thing at the same time. So it's easy for me to forget the other stuff, that I didn't confuse myself, I didn't overwhelm myself. So when I had something that worked, I just trusted it and I went in with it. So at the time, to add to it, was that I'd also say it was being kind of right place at the right time. So that when I did that for how many months, that strategy just worked. It just clicked and we freaking made money. I mean, Chris told you back in the day, like he even said that him and his mate JP, I think it was, like when they traded literally trend lines, and it did just work until the day it doesn't. And that's the same thing. So to a point, I also did very, very well in that sense of, I had something that worked, and for a very good time it just worked, and I was doing that on prop firm accounts. So obviously I had that increase in capital, so the payouts were a lot bigger, and that just allowed me to kind of build up that wiggle room. It was only when it stopped working, and kind of when the shit hits the fan and you need to figure out what you're going to do, then it was a thing of, okay, like, I really need to look more into risk management and find my edge in myself, not finding my edge in the markets. So having discipline, having those things, like, you need to create your edge instead of trying to look for it. So yeah, that was kind of my thing, which made me see that profitability, if that helps. When I got scared and exited my trade at break even, this new trading time has me uncertain. I traded 3 a.m. and 3 p.m. Okay. If you're trading at 3 a.m., I think I know who you're trading with. Because it's my name written backwards. Okay. When are you having another boot camp? My brother, there's literally right there. So underneath your message, if you click there, there's a seminar happening on the 23rd of February. Jake's ready. Let me grab my coffee. Crutches, where you been, my brother? Markets carried on. Did you have to go find your crutches? Did your account blow? I mean, don't worry. If the demo blew, you just load up the new demo. But I love how these oaks always go and then they just disappear when they've lost the signal. And then all of a sudden, when it looks like now it's going to happen for them, now they're back. Keys, I saw on Twitter this morning, a lot of people who abuse the trigger nade exploits in game against players got mass banned. Damn. Whoever is inbox anti-cheat dev taking no prisoners. JXC, you know what's funny though, bro? Is you're gonna see gold carry on Sally and then he's gonna disappear again. He's not gonna be back. I'm just saying, guys, there was once upon a time, there was that saying that said don't trade against the TGs. I think that's also a part of why we have a stream and he clearly doesn't. Don't come to our stream and try hand out signals, my brother. Chad. Oh, Forex Insights. Eddie, you still making YouTube videos, my brother? When was your last? Like I see you did one 12 days ago. I did a lot, yeah. Where's that Mahita? Yo, these markets, guys. We are making the most out of it. You see what I told you guys? See, it doesn't go his way, man's gone again. When it looks like it's gonna turn around eventually, then he'll be back. He'll be back, don't worry. Did you see the new Logitech G Pro 2 Super Strike bro, where did they come up with these names? Logitech. Yo, I even forgot it now already. Logitech G Pro 2 Super Strike. G Pro 2 Super Strike, yeah. G Pro 2. I don't know if I like that shape of a mouse though, hey. Like, they're very flat. I mean, it's the same price as my mouse now, so it's not that expensive. Is there like any actual new tech on it though? I only trying to add B. No clicking, you just tap on the pads and you can adjust how hard you press the button. So there's no clicking on it. You just, bro, I feel like that's gonna get weird as a trade, like as a gamer, to get used to, like that you can't click. Maybe it's nice, I don't know. I feel it might just be a little bit of a mental adjustment. But you know, we always say that, like we always said that thing with the iPhones when they changed, and you're like, oh, it's gonna be this change, and then it was just beautiful. What would be your possible targets for the sale not in the trade before my back testing? You're going to monitor these main areas. So very, very simple. So if you broke Asia highs, the EQ, weekly S1, the daily pivot. So this will be your first target here now. And if that breaks, you're just going to go down, previous weekly low. And if previous weekly low, Asia low. Otherwise, you just trail stops. Got that break in USD. USD is pushing up today. It has haptic inductive trigger system. Still waiting on that reverse. Chad, I hope everyone's doing well. Congrats, Keeks, on the new house and the pup. Blessings to you and the family, bro. Really appreciate my brother. Thank you for the message, my man. Hope you're doing well as well. I've done the trail stop, works like a bomb. There you go. Thing is, guys, you just, and also when you trail, just trail properly. Don't be those people who are like, if I'm trailing, like this is them. Like if the trade's moving, like move with the candle type of thing. No, like after a candle closure or highs or lows, whatever the case is, you move with it. But yeah, just trail properly. Buy or sell, sir? You missed the sell, my brother. I'm in sales from Asia high. So this was the trade there, my brother. You got to rock up on time if you want the trade. There was your trade. The guys have already hit TP and are out. There's some of them are still holding. But there's your trade, my brother. You got to be here on time if you want the source. I'm in sales from Asia high. Still also very good there, Dane. How to identify Asia highs and lows? Very simple, Q&A. You're going to set the Asia range from 1 to 6. And you just mark out the highs and lows. I trail with 1 to 1, go to BE after 1 to 2. I said trail stop to 1 and 1. Then so go. No, Dwayne, exactly how I do it, my brother. Same exact way how I do it. So Vyokani, exactly what our brother was saying there now. So again, so let's say that's your position, okay? This is how I trail stops if I'm gonna trail. I flip, hold on. Okay, let's do it like this, alright? So there's your 1 to 1. So what I'm gonna do now. Okay, that's your 1 to 1. So you hit 1 to 1, I go break even. There's 1 to 2. So I hit 1 to 2. My stop loss goes over here at 1 to 1. Then I can trade to 1 to 2. Trade now goes break even. I'll freaking grab this thing now. Now your stops at break even is at 1 to 2. And you let it run for 1 to 3. And that way you can trail it. You can do that. Otherwise, the next best way you do it, and our Chris normally likes to do it, is purely the candle above. So after every candle's previous high, after break of structures, you just set your stop to above the previous candle's high. So if it takes that out, it could work and carry on, but then it's all fair and well. Otherwise, like there's a good chance of going with you. So that's personally up to you. But at the same time, you also don't want to do that forever. You want to get to a point where you hit your TP and you're happy. Otherwise, you are just being greedy. Isaac Keys, what time do you have for London session? The cash open, my brother. That's where I marked out those lows. Cash open. Oh, Keys, that gold sell would have made you another house. Keys, can I please ask with Wolf Thunder, what are the withdrawal methods available? As I see most props are primarily offering crypto. Now we've got bank transfer, crypto, whatever you want there, my brother. Hopefully we can break this 200 EMA now. Yeah, that's obviously going to be a bit of a soldier. This next candle you want to see go bearish. Otherwise, it's not that it won't go bearish. You just, if this, you want to see break now to go to the downside. But if it doesn't, it's not to say it isn't bearish. It just then could do this type of move. You're not happy with my bearish and perfect interest. Okay, let's reverse long then. Crutches, you've been saying reverse long, my brother. You said reverse freaking 50, 60, 80, 100 pips earlier. Just keep quiet now, my brother. Man is one candle that does that, and oh boy. Candle open up to the upside first was a good sign, just creating the top wick. Yeah. I try my stop like Cribbo, put it above structure the way I know if it hits my stop, it's because the trade is reversing. Very, very true, Clinton. Again, that's typical structure, highs and lows. If you go take out a pre, so let's say if we bearish now, if we take out a lower high, again, obviously markets are reversing, and that is a validation change. Yeah, rocks. Man's on his own mission. That's the same people you have to argue for validation and all this. Clowns, bro. Nah, bro. Man needs to go touch some grass and probably also go see a doctor. There's something not right there. Crutches reminds me of my bipolar X. Could be retesting 50-minute fair value gap below, going to 4903. You know, ideally, so Project G would know what I'm referring to. Technically, they're still aiming for 4824. As markets stand now, where they now 4824. So as they stand, that's where Project G is still aiming for from yesterday. Yeah, so Prodigy got the cells there somewhere, yeah. that was the sells yesterday on Project G, and they're aiming for that. So, it's been a bit of an interesting one. Alright, Charles, I must have saw the chat. Hear me out, coaches. Join Prodigy, join the pre-market sessions. Use what they said there as your signals. They actually work. I mean, he wouldn't be the first mentor that's joined Project G. Crutches. Yeah, well, he has his own group. That's all the guys are saying. He's trying to really find clients here. As I say, guys, the only reason that man's got crutches is because of the freaking one of stop losses he's hitting.
But we did pioneer the MA movement.
Yeah. Bro, funny enough, I actually had someone DM me the other day saying, bro, like he saw that podcast and he was like, that is probably the most legit and best thing that would happen for South African Forex industry. But the guys are fighting it. Yeah, you don't need stop losses on demos, yeah. I mean, there's no such thing as kablowy on a demo. You reload and go again, boys. Full send. Let's see. I was feeling it was him. Keys, did you do countless? Yo, that was loud. Oh my word. Keys, did you do countless hours of backtesting when you were learning in your early years? Brendan, I'm actually not even gonna lie to you, my brother. I did actually not do a lot of backtesting when I was... Like, I was that person where, like, I was always just eager. So, when I wanted to do, like, I found a strategy, I would say take it and just go, like, cool, go to TradingView, go the last 2 weeks and be like, okay, what does this thing do? And if it did well, I was like, cool game, I'm trying this tomorrow. So yeah, that in my early years, bro, that was it. Yo, oh my, why is that? What is that? But yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Well, times change. Used to be chat on chat vines, now we target the non-chat. Where's our brother? Is he still watching here in the metaverse? Because I'd love to see where he was like There it's happening. Boom, gone. And now it's boom, double gone. Stop loss hit for the 5th time. Bro. I agree. That's why you needed the trade with faith. Time for gold to smash that EMA. Yeah. I would just go in head first, get kicked in the teeth, redeposit, and go again. Bro, that was me. Literally, the way I fixed that for me blowing up money was I used to say, okay, cool. I got $500 for the day. I trade. If I make money, if I make double, so if I make 1,000 Rand, then I'm good to go. Then technically I trade the next day with profits. Where if I lost, then it's I lose 500 and then I'm down and I only redeposit tomorrow. Are you expecting anything more for the session? Probably not. Quite slow, the sell. We'll probably hang around for like another 10 minutes. Bro, don't. You're gonna encourage him now.
No, I'm waiting for it.
Came trading with faith to be chalked. Nah, that's not the funniest. That's the funniest thing ever. Keys, do you bring your new pup to the office? He's not yet, no. He will be here some days, but he's not yet now. I know Chris is not the biggest fan of that. He's gonna sleep in the back. Nah, we said he's gonna be that dog that he must go everywhere with me. So if we go out, he goes out. He's got his seat in the car. There we go, guys. Also, code Ramadan 30 for 30% off on all challenges this week until Friday. So go check out those Vault Funder accounts there, guys. A lot happening. Vault Funder specials. You guys have the seminar. You can register. That's for free. So if you're clever, think about this. If you're clever, yeah, guys, big brain energy. You buy your new account now. Maybe even 2 accounts because they're on special. You use the accounts while they're on special to get ready for when the seminar's there. Then you take the new tech from the seminar to help you pass the account. Big brain move. Keys, ask Chris Marvel, must we forgive crutches?
I don't know.
Cri-
You apologize.
He didn't apologize. No, he didn't apologize, yeah. So Chris says we don't forgive him.
That's a
Yeah. He said forgive if he apologized, but he didn't apologize. So there's no forgiving. Not a dog. It's gonna be a Shelton pony with a. He is learning. Or use the discount to get you Project G membership. Ooh, bigger brain energy. Brian is in the chat. Is it a pity? Oh, lol. Oh, he's chalked already. Yeah, he's in the metaverse. He can come apologize tomorrow. What MA is the lowest line you have? That's a 200, my brother. The black one. The one that's busy holding you. That's the 200. Yeah. Bro, test it. Yeah, test it. Bang. Check at that. Ting. He's not coming back. Must I unhide him? Say, nah, just we forgot how to unhide people. It's tough out here. No inversion play, Cribbo. what Rick's is saying.
Yeah, it's not a full test.
49.15 is strong. It is. The $5 grid, another great method that has been taught to you guys for quite a while. On the ender, it didn't touch. There we go. Bum, 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 bum. I remember what I said to you guys there. If it holds, you can still see this type of pullback before it either drops or it pumps. Nah, I didn't, bro. I wonder why, but at the same time, yeah, I don't know, bro. There's something fishy there I don't trust. You don't bring the rules in because you're getting clapped left, right, and center. Then you're doing massive sales because you're in trouble. And now you take away your rules. I don't know. I don't trust that. Key, so which chart do we work off then? I do prefer our Anda, my brother. We were obviously just on this because our Anda was dead. Sup keys, when you guys drop in new merch, yo, I don't know, my bro. That I don't know. We're gonna have to see a little bit. Maybe we just do something very simple and basic for 2Gs. We'll see. But I think, guys, we are gonna get ready to wrap it up. Markets aren't gonna give me anything that I'm really gonna like it necessarily. You technically might have something, but I'm not gonna go for that. The Prodigy guys will know what I'm talking about, but I'm not gonna take that. But yeah, I mean, if you guys did that other trade, that was a win. But you had your 130 basically. So yeah, nice little one there for you guys. But I think that's pretty much going to be it, guys. Yeah, thanks. Good one being back. Miss you guys. We're going to see you guys a little bit later. Prodigy, we'll see you guys later. For the rest of you guys, we're going to see you tomorrow. Take note that Chris and myself will be back then. But it's been a good one. As I always say, good to be back. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Don't do anything degenerate. What time are you on? For Project G, we'll be on for New York session. So 4 o'clock we start. If you are not in Project G, we are back on tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning for London, alright? But we'll see you guys then. Have a great one, guys. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Peace and love, baby. Cheers, Chad.
We'll be counting stars.